So, boy, army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. I'm here in Twickenham Stadium, here away on XL Bootcamp duty. We're doing a bit of a different video today, changing the series up. We're moving from the cheap beast to the best beast. Best beast isn't the name of the series, but yeah, it just seemed to go. In this video, I'm going to be going through the best defenders on FIFA 22. We're not going to be including icons. I'll probably do a separate video for the best icons and maybe a separate even series for that. But in this one, yeah, best defenders from all the major leagues. And I'm going to start off by looking at this player pick. I think most people got this player pick. A lot of people just go, oh, it's a bit naff. It's only three games you're getting for. This is not bad. This is really useful because loans do not lose games in friendlies. So for the rest of FIFA, you can have one of these players in friendlies and use them whenever you want, which can be great for certain objectives. I would not be going Puskas, freestyle, weak foot, not for me. It's got to be Cruyff or Pele, either of those for me. I'm really not 100% sure which way I want to go. I think I'm going to go Pele. I'm going to go Pele, but I'd like either of them, obviously. That's going to be great to be able to use in, what you call it? What was I going to say? Yeah, friendlies all year. I'm going to turn off my screen ever so briefly as I go to it, because I don't want you seeing all the players before I've even talked about them. There we go. We're back. We have big Virgil van Dijk, VVD. He's starting this off. Absolute Goliath of a man. Honestly, the best defender I've used on FIFA 22 so far. I've used a lot of these players because I played a bit of draft, but then also I've got a pay to win account where I've used a lot of the good ones. And obviously I've played against a lot of them as well. Van Dijk, though, he's back with a bang. Even though he's a worse rating than last year, he's a bit faster. And honestly, body types and big units matter a lot more this year. At centre-back, I really think you want them. Blocks are really OP in the box. It's hard enough to score as it is in the box. So having big centre-backs with a body type like Van Dijk is perfect. You definitely want him in your team if you can fit him in. Varane, now he's in the Prem, going to be a little bit more expensive, especially when his one to watch comes out. But nonetheless, fantastic card. Varane's good every FIFA. He's got the pace. Some of the best defending in the game. Varane and Van Dijk, one of the best pairings you can have in the game, naturally. Very expensive, though, and probably the two most expensive players on this list, I would imagine. João Cancelo, I feel like he's had a bit of a pace downgrade this year. But honestly, this year at fullback, I like to have players who can pass. On my road to glory, I've got Denzel Dumfries at right back. Very solid physically, a little slow, but 80 pace seems you can get away with it when you put a shadow on. But passing is really noticeable. At fullback, I care a lot more about my passing than I do at centre back. It's nice to have a centre back who can spray the ball about, but it's not essential because you can just play short passes. But on FIFA, especially when you want to do through balls down the line, if you don't have fullbacks who can pass, it's really hard. So there might be a few fullbacks you're expecting to see who are not in this list. But João Cancelo could do a bit of everything. Some of the best passes any fullbacks have on the game, so he gets in. Rudiger, he's a bit of a cheaper one. He's not the best type player, but he's an absolute beast. He's got great physical, very solid defending. The weak foot's not too bad. Tall. Rudiger is an absolute beast if you can't afford Varane or Van Dijk. We're going now to the French league. Marquinhos, brilliant on the game, plays very well, got elite passing for a centre-back. That is crazy good passing. You could even move him to CDM if you could fit that in. He could do a good job there. Obviously, he's a bit limited going forward. But yeah, Marquinhos, I've used him on pay to win team. Plays really well. Feels quite agile at turning, which is nice. And he's got good pace this year, which makes him a lot more usable. Hakimi's the best fullback I've used this year. Not quite got the passing of Cancelo, but he's got nearly 10 more pace. Great stamina to bomb up and down all game. 4-star weak foot. Hakimi is an animal in the debate for best fullback on the game outside of icons. Kimpembe, beast. Similar to Marquinhos on that pace. Bit worse on the ball. A lot better physically, but worse defending. Marquinhos and Kimpembe with Hakimi, three of the easiest players to link together with that PSG chemistry, and Kimpembe is 100% a beast on this game. Jason Denayer, another bit of a cheaper one we've got in there. I like Denayer. I think he's very solid. He's not like the best on the game, but he's an 80 rated player, hence his defending's a bit lower, but he's got solid physical, really quick and decent on the ball. So he's a bit of a cheap one, but still fits into the best type of defenders on this game for me. Koulibaly, I've been running Serie A, my road to glory. This year, they've given pace upgrade to a lot of centre-backs. Koulibaly is rapid with that 87 sprint speed. You get to 97 when you put a shadow on him. Elite defending awareness, 94 strength. Koulibaly is probably top 3 non-icon centre-back on the game right now. Bit limited on the ball, so you have to be a bit more careful about that. But he's tall, rapid, I think about as good as there is anyone physically on the game right now at centre-back, so definitely recommend him. Squinra, bit better on the ball with that 4-star weak foot, bit better short pass, but then worse vision, long pass, bit more bounce. He's not quite as physically good as Koulibaly. I would prefer Koulibaly to him, but he's a nice partner if you're playing Serie A. And I got them both for like 50,000 coins. Doesn't take long to earn that. That is an absolute bargain for such a good pair. We've got Theo Hernandez in the debate for best fullback on the game. Rapid, you can put an anchor on him to get his physical even more, good strength. Not great on the balls down the line, but good enough that I can let him off. Very nice card though. Cuadrado, not the best defending for an 83 rated player, and not that strong, but not too weak. But very good on the ball. 94 agility, 90 dribbling is really nice at fullback. The guy can pass too. Spinazzola, 4-star, get him onto this list. Bit weak physically, but he's good going forward. 4-star is very nice. And some just very well-rounded stats, to be honest. Manolas, probably one of the worst players on this list, but good enough that I'm putting him in there still. Upamecano, he is absolutely insane on that sprint speed. 90 is the fastest sprint speed I've seen on this list for any of the centre-backs. Yes, St. Just is better in terms of the sprint speed, but St. Just isn't making this list on the basis of I'd rather have Upamecano because he's overall card. Lacroix could have made the list too. He's up in the debate for it. But I like Upamecano, and he's partly on it because he's easy to link in with someone like Alphonso Davies. Bundesliga at the elite end, though, is a bit limited. Alphonso Davies, a lot of pros have said that he's the favourite fullback they've used so far. Very good card, 4-star. Tapsoba, I quite like him. I could have put Lacroix just, but I honestly didn't have enough spots left in the squad to put them in. But Tapsoba, Lacroix, and just all could be on this, so you can consider them all. Klosterman, another absolute beast. 89 sprint speed gives 99 when you put a shadow on. Very nice card overall. And then we go to La Liga. Alaba, one of the best cards in the game in terms of total in-game stats. 4-star weak foot's nice. A little bit slower than some of the other centre-backs on this list, but very good on the ball. He could play anywhere from CDM to fullback to centre-back. Bit slow out wide, I guess, but very nice card. Jordi Alba suits the game this year with how good he is on the ball and going forward. We've got Eden Militao. He's been a beast for a few years now. That 3-star weak foot upgrade's really nice as well. Makes him a lot more viable at a high level, I would say. 2-star weak foot just does limit you a bit playing out the back, and if you get put into pressure, which good players will do. Mendy, probably the best non-icon fullback in the game. He's been a beast for the last 3 FIFAs, I think now. It's that 5-star weak foot with great physical, all-round card. Can do everything. Koundé, beast as well. He's not very big, but 5'11's on the butt side of caution where I'm like, starting to wonder, but when I play against him, he seems outrageously good. Similar card to Marquinhos in a few ways, just a bit smaller with, I think he's only an inch smaller with a bit worse defending, but he's basically a poor man's Marquinhos, I would say. And then we're back to the beginning. That's our list. Lots of great options in there. Next video in the series will be best midfielders, but hopefully that you've learned a bit about the game from I've been talking and learned some players you can fit into your team. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you watching this video. As always, keep it spicy.